Hello and welcome to CT Office Notes 2.2 tutorial video entitled Assessment. For those of you who have been following along, the last tutorial was entitled Objective tab, and we can see right here this is where we left off for our client Joe Smith. By pressing on the Assessment tab now we move on to this part of the office note. And again, what we want to do with assessment are to determine how our client responded to the therapy, whether they tolerated the treatment well or not, assessing whether they're under MD care or not, the progress since last visit, some other things about what the MD diagnosis may be, and of course including all of your other assessment comments as to how they are responding to the treatment or to the care. So let's first look and note that if this is more than their first visit, if they're on their second, third, fourth visit with you, progress since last visit section can either be positive, no change, or negative. If it's their first visit, simply check here so that it indicates it is their first visit and you have no comparison. The upper section here will list certain information, like if they are currently under MD care, whether you might have noted a subjective improvement versus objective improvement from test results. You can comment that no contraindications to care were noted, whether the client is progressing slower than anticipated, progressing as expected, you noted a positive change in the Bristol scale, whether they tolerated treatment well, and whether they reported discomfort during the procedure. In addition, you can choose sentences that you add yourself, such as positive benefit noted since last treatment, or whether the client is responding in a positive fashion, something to that effect. You can go up again to your padlock, unlock it, come down in here, and choose client responding in a positive fashion or positive manner, whatever way you want to put it in. And then you relock that field, coming back up here. And we can choose that to appear within our office note. In addition, you can also include your additional comments, typing in anything you would like in this section here. And then it'll be a comment that you can have that if you want it to be included in the office note, you simply highlight or check the button, the checkbox, and that will include in the office note whatever comment you've listed down here. If you want to leave that comment there that is specific to your client, it won't appear on any other office notes for any other client screens, and by unchecking it, it won't be included in the office note either. Coming up here to MD diagnosis, what you can do is if they're coming in to see you, your client, and they've got a diagnosis from their medical doctor, not anything that you might have decided is a diagnosis, unless in your state you are allowed to diagnose. What we would do is choose, let's say, whatever the diagnosis is, in this case gastritis, that the medical doctor has given them, and in your office note it would say that a diagnosis of gastritis would appear, and it would note that it was given by a medical doctor. Some additional things to note here. If you try to move on with anything that is improper, for example, we unlock the fields and then try to move to another screen, it would ask us to please lock or press the padlock button before proceeding. So going back up to our padlock, making sure that it is locked and that our screen's choices are selected and highlighted before being able to move on to our plan screen. Again, this concludes the section on assessment for CT Office Notes 2.2 tutorial video. The next section will be titled Plan Screen. And as always, if you have any questions, please give us a call. Thank you.